Welcome to MovieGasm.com, where I'm going to be bringing you the latest in upcoming movie news and theories. And today I'm going to be talking to you about one of the most anticipated reboots of 2024, The Crow. I'm going to be sharing what we know so far about the film, as well as what we can expect to see for the future of the franchise.
Hold still. Each one of these is a life you helped destroy.
Now, The Crow has been in development for over 15 years, with many actors and directors attached and then dropped out of the project. Some of the big names that we've seen over the years and that were rumored to play the lead role include Bradley Cooper, Luke Evans, Jason Momoa, and Tom Hiddleston. Earlier this year, we officially got confirmation that the lead role will be played by none other than Bill Skarsgård, best known for his role as Pennywise in the It franchise. Bill Skarsgård signed on to play Eric Draven, the rock musician who was resurrected by a crow after he and his fiancée Shelley are brutally murdered by a gang of criminals. Skarsgård said that he was a fan of the original film and the comic books, and that he wanted to honor the legacy of Brandon Lee, who unfortunately and tragically died while filming in 1994. Bill Skarsgård has also stated that he wanted to bring a fresh and modern perspective to the character, and that he was excited to work with director Rupert Sanders. Now, speaking of the director, Rupert Sanders is best known for his previous films Snow White and the Huntsman and Ghost in the Shell. Sanders stated that he was drawn to the project because of the dark and emotional story of The Crow, and that he wanted to create a visually stunning and action-packed film that would appeal both new and old fans of the franchise. In collaboration with screenwriters Zach Baylin and Will Schneider, they state that the script will be faithful to the source material, but also added that there's going to be some twists and surprises to make things new and fresh for fans. Sanders also revealed that the film will be rated R and that it would feature some iconic elements from the comic books, such as the Crow's ability to heal Eric's wounds, and of course the iconic face paint that Eric wears, as well as the guitar that he uses as a weapon. The film is set to be released in 2024 by Lionsgate, who acquired the rights to the reboot in an 8-figure deal. The film is expected to be a major blockbuster, and producer Sam Pressman stated that the film, and I quote, would blow people away. He also stated that the reboot was just the beginning for the franchise, and that there were plenty of plans for the future projects, including expansions for the story in the universe through video games as well as animated series and more. Now let's quickly give a background to the original film and the comic book origins for those who don't know much about The Crow. The Crow was based on the 1989 limited comic book series by the same name by James O'Barr, who created the story as a way of coping with the death of his fiancée at the hands of a drunk driver. The comic book tells the story of Eric, who was brought back to life by a crow a year later after him and his fiancée Shelley were killed by a gang of thugs the night before Halloween. Eric, guided by the crow, hunts down and kills each member of the gang while also having flashbacks of his life with Shelley. The comic book is regarded for its dark and violent tale of love and revenge, with a massive gothic style that draws inspiration from various sources such as Edgar Allan Poe, The Cure, and Blade Runner. Later on, that comic book went to be adapted into a film in 1994 directed by Alex Proyas, starring Brandon Lee as Eric. And while the film was a commercial success and became a cult classic, the movie also had a tragic story, and as mentioned earlier in this video, Brandon Lee, the son of Bruce Lee, was accidentally shot and killed by a prop gun during the filming of the scene where his character is killed. The film was completed using a stunt double and digital effects and was dedicated to Lee and his family. The film is also regarded for its memorable soundtrack with bands such as The Cure, 9 Inch Nails, and Rage Against the Machine. That film went on to spawn 3 sequels: The Crow, City of Angels, The Crow Salvation, and The Crow Wicked Prayer, as well as a television series, The Crow Stairway to Heaven. But unfortunately, none of these projects match the quality and the popularity of the original film. Now, if you've made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing to MovieGasm.com for more videos just like this, as well as upcoming trailers and features.
Victims, aren't we all?
Now lastly, we're going to talk about the future of The Crow and expanding the storyline and possible theories for the film. The Crow reboot is expected to be a faithful adaptation to the comic book, but also a modern and original take on the story. There are a few fan theories circling online right now, so let's get into those. One of them suggests that the film will explore the origin and nature of the Crow, the mystical bird that gives Eric his powers and guides him through his quest for vengeance. One theory suggests that the film will also introduce new characters and villains who will either help or hinder Eric's mission. What some fans fans are really expecting and hoping for this franchise is that, as stated by the directors, that the film will expand the mythology and lore of the Crow universe and hint at the existence of other resurrected Avengers who could possibly appear in future projects. Now that's all for this video. Please let Moviegasm know your thoughts in the comments down below. My name is Matthew V. Haynes, and you can check out my personal channel linked in the description box below. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.